Peace, love, and light, collective. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cusp of Roses Tarot for your full moon eclipse in Cancer. I am looking forward to this video. I did already record this video, unfortunately. It was about an hour long, a lot of awesome information, but my phone decided not to save it, and it would not upload at all. So once again, censorship happening some way, somehow, but this is going to be my second attempt, so hopefully some of the same messages come out if they are meant to be heard by the collective. That could also be the case that might have just been something that, you know, the masses might not have been ready for, because it was a lot of truth, a lot of real, to the point things, so, and revelations happening. But I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys. I hope this full moon energy is really treating you well. I hope you're really enjoying it. And if not, understand and know and trust that whatever's coming up to the surface emotionally for you is all for your greater good, right? So feel it, to heal it, allow it to be. Try not to sit into it, right? But just acknowledge that that's what you feel. Acknowledge what's happening around you, within you, and allow it to flow, okay? So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and hop in. I'm going to say our prayer, and then I might give like a little synopsis of what the previous video was about, and then hopefully we can get some maybe more information or expanded information on that, okay? So if you have any prayers, affirmations, mantras, meditations that you like to do, quick ones to just connect with your divine source, your higher self, or your spiritual team, please do so as I pray, okay? Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own divine ancestral council, and all archangels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the collective. Thank you for connecting us in this moment in time. Through this reading, we ask that you give us clear messages and allow me to be a clear channel for those clear messages, for the overall truth, healing, love, light, and personal development and ascension of the collective that will come across this video. Thank you for covering us in your mercy and in your love and in your light, and lifting us up in courage every day to conquer and face all that comes, every twist and every turn. Thank you for growing us, teaching us, and allowing us to align with your energy and be in tune and aware of how we all are one and how we are all connected. Thank you so much. We love you so much, and so it is. Alrighty, collective. So prior in the previous reading, we had acceptance in the root chakra, right, which talks about accepting your current situation, your current environment, wherever you are, whatever cards you were dealt in life, right? Not wishing you had another hand, trying to just be in the moment, embrace the moment, and be appreciative of the moment, right? And understand that whatever is coming for you, whatever your heart desires, whatever you are trying to dream and manifest into existence is on its way to you, but you do have to find some joy, some peace, some solitude, and acceptance in your current situation, yeah? Then we had perseverance in the sacral chakra, okay? So we went from the first, the root chakra, to the second. Now, mind you, in this chakra, in my chakra readings, we only talk about the main 7 chakras that govern the human form. There are a total of 112 chakras that connect this human vessel to the universal, the one, right? The energy's all around. There's different access points that universal cosmic energy can penetrate us through, or penetrate through us from and in. But as far as what governs our 3D existence, what really tethers us and ties us in earth, the 7 main is what we're focusing on, right? So the root being the first, the sacral being the second, solar plexus being the third, your heart chakra being the 4th, your throat chakra being your 5th, and then your 6th chakra being your 3rd eye, and your 7th being your crown, okay? Yes, they do match up with the colors of the rainbow. It's a spectrum of light, just like chakra centers are. And each chakra has its own frequency, has its own color. Okay, so if you're new to chakras, please check out the description box. I do have a brief kind of short little description of each one, how it shows up in our reality, how we can tell which one is active, right? And the colors and that type of just basic information about them. Very, very basic, okay? I do encourage you to do your research. But I do these readings because understanding my chakras, meditating on healing and balancing my chakras has really, really helped me elevate and ascend in a way that as like a tool for me to really just grow into my best self and to let go of things and clear my energy for more abundance to come in. And I want to give that gift to you guys and to anyone who's interested. So yeah, that's that little spiel. So check the description box below for that. I am available for personal readings. If you're interested in like a chakra reading for yourself, please email me. Check that information out. That's all in the description box, okay? Yes, so then where was I? Yeah, so we were in Perseverance, which just talks about kind of going from rags to riches, right? Enduring through a very tumultuous time, enduring hardships, enduring growth, and then coming through and into a new body, into a more perfected sense of ourselves. Although we know perfection is not, the goal. We can never be fully perfect. We are imperfect beings, but that sense of I've endured, I've gone through darkness, and I've seen the light on the other side, that perseverance, yeah? And then after that, we had bittersweet in the throat chakra, which talks about, manifesting, speaking into existence, working with the universe, co-creating as our sovereign selves, but not necessarily receiving what we intended on receiving or the outcome that we wanted, right? So this level of attachment, needing to find a sense of peace and gratitude and appreciation for what the universe is bringing us, although it may not be what we intended for, wished for, hoped for, but it is exactly what we need, right? So it's bittersweet. Like, yes, it's what I wanted, but it's not necessarily how we wanted it, or the process that it took to get there wasn't what we expected, which kind of could put a little bitter tint on it. But ultimately, the end result is sweet, okay? And it's all about perspective with that as well. Then we had impatience in the throat chakra, which just talks about really wanting to get to that next level, right? Like not taking the time to really soak in information, not taking the time to allow divine timing to take place, allowing the universe to really work with us and work through us and allow that timing, being a little bit eager to go into something. It also can talk about rushing forward, right? Speaking impatiently, right? Our throat chakra is our God center. So understanding that alone is where we create from, truly. We can speak and our words hold a lot of weight. Our words are energy and motion in and of themselves, right? So just keeping that mindful that we're not speaking impatiently on what we want, allowing ourselves to really, really get clear on what we truly want as well, okay? So that was just the synopsis of the first reading that I did that unfortunately did not make it to YouTube, but that's okay. We're going to see what we have for this full moon eclipse in Cancer. Hopefully some messages or some of the same messages might come out, okay? So right away we have self-worth, very beautiful. Sacral chakra talks about walking into your divine light, building up this sense of I am worthy no matter what my situation is. I create the throne that I sit on, right? No one can take you off a throne that you create for yourself. So having that understanding that, as long as you can find power, you can definitely find power, creative power in any circumstance, right? So it's snowing all around there, but it's like understanding that where you are, you still sit on a throne. You still have authority. You still have that co-creative power with the universe, right? The universe still looks at you as the most amazing thing in the world, right? You are a personification of universal energy looking at itself, right? So understanding that if we look to the sky and look to the stars and in awe, how much more do the stars look back down at us in awe, right? So we're one and the same. It's all that oneness and inclusiveness. So really working on our self-worth here. Ooh, Very beautiful. Yeah, perception, just like I said earlier, in the heart chakra, understanding that, you know, your perspective is everything. How you allow yourself to see a situation, how you see yourself, how you see others really speaks more to what's inside of you. So if you're having despondence, right? If you're experiencing any despondence towards someone, or someone is experiencing that towards you, that's just a reflection of what's going on within them. It has nothing to do with you. And understanding that perception, that all is one, right? We all are a part of this cosmic plan. We are all in this together, regardless of race, color, you know, creed, belief, region. It's that all is just arbitrary, really. Like, there's no real weight in that. It's more about how do we connect as souls, right? How do we understand each other and give each other grace? The more grace you give someone else is the exact same grace that you must give yourself. Now, it doesn't always work like that, right? But we can learn our self-worth and cultivate stronger self-worth by switching and understanding when to perceive things from a place of light within our heart as opposed to darkness. And if we are approaching something with a dark tone, that it's not a reflection of that person, it's more a reflection of us, right? And that anyone who is maybe projecting that darkness onto us, right, as you can see, she's not so happy with this woman who seems to be pregnant with the world, right? Seems to be one. This is like an infinite oneness, right? As a feminine energy, you're just as an energy as a whole. It's like needing to understand that people aren't going to like you, right? It's like the more you grow, the more you become one, the more you reflect back that oneness onto others. And those who aren't on that journey or who aren't working towards oneness are going to have some sort of despondence towards you, right? Because it's going to trigger them and it's going to show them maybe where there are gaps, disconnections, holes in their own existence and their own understanding. And, you know, not everyone can really take that information and use it to better themselves, as opposed to just spewing it and spewing hate, or, you know, trying to ruffle, or, you know, just be nasty or difficult or cause problems for you. So just understanding that it's all perception, right? It's all about your perspective. Can you look at a snowy environment and still see a throne, right? Does it have to be sunshine and rainbows? Can you endure the cold but still stand in your power as a creator, right? I love that. Absolutely love that. Anything else for this full moon? Yeah, I love that. Expansion. Look at that. Okay, so I'll scoot this in between just to keep them in order. So this is third eye energy. Yeah. This would be throat chakra. Expansion. This talks about, again, co-creation with God, coming to your higher self, understanding that all that we do, all that we speak, all that we create, all that we articulate, then is projected out into form, right? So we are constantly, whether unconscious or subconsciously, creating all that we're experiencing, right? So if anything is coming to you and you're just like, gosh, why does this same energy from different people keep showing up? That's something in your subconscious or something you're unconsciously projecting out that then is reflecting back to you. In the same way that we would think we are universe, right? We are a universe in and of itself, right? Or we are just reflections of the universe. Needing to understand that just as the universe expands, we do as well, right? So expanding knowledge, expanding your ability to grow your own world, right? So she, again, this is the same lady, if you can see that. This is the same lady pregnant with the world, right? So this is kind of like what happens. She expands her belly, expands her womb, expands her method and mode of creation, her way of creating, her understanding, her perception of what creative energy is, right? Receiving that, working with the universe, working with your higher self to expand, and then seeing as you're going through this expansion, right? So like imagine like this is what's happening in the 5D, but this is how this 5D energy is happening in the 3D, right? And seeing who really connects with you, who truly is able to embrace you as you go through these changes, right? And it's really just going to show you like who's aligned and who's not, right? Who's connecting with your energy, who's maybe not. And it's not that just because someone's not connecting with your energy that you gotta, you know, shut them down or cut them off, right? But it's just awareness, growing and expanding in your awareness about, you know, who can truly embrace you for all you are, right? And who more or less likes you or only can accept you if you're on their level or smaller than them, right? So as you expand, right, who can really hold space for you in that expansion within your immediate circle. And that's what you're seeing through your third eye, okay? Very beautiful. I love that. Yeah, and then look, heart chakra growth at the bottom, the overall and the shadows, right? So this is all for our growth as a collective. We're learning our self-worth. We're standing in our mystic energy, right? Our power as people, places, human beings, spirits, entities, energies that can understand other energies, right? That hold a very great capacity for healing and overall, yeah, it's like finding the worth in our ability to not only heal ourselves, but help facilitate healing in others. And not everybody looks at it that way, right? And it's all about perception from your heart, right? Being able to connect with people from different places and different experiences, regardless if you've been able to experience that same thing in your own reality or not, but it's having that heart of perception. Like, I can look at anything around me and find joy, right? I can find joy in the smallest of things, right? That emerald energy, it's very, very beautiful. But that perception shift, right? Shifting your self-worth and understanding that then causes this grand expansion in your ability to articulate that energy, articulate what the real, not even the real, right? But just articulate what's happening within you, right? And embracing it. And then now seeing through your third eye, okay, who can really hold space for me while I'm transitioning? Who can really hold space for us? Who's really open to oneness and who's not? Yeah. Okay. All about our growth, growing in our heart chakra, growing our abundant energy. It's very beautiful. Okay, so that was the chakra wisdom oracle, just for the overall energy for this full moon eclipse in Cancer. Eclipse energy is going to last about 6 months within the collective, okay? So this could be over the next 6 months you're experiencing this new sense of self-worth, which then shifts your perception in your heart about your surroundings, about others, about the world, right? And then you receive this ability to expand and to speak life and love and light into others and watch them expand. Yeah, and then you then get that third eye, that clarity behind the veil of, okay, who really has a heart for oneness, who really is attuned to oneness, and who is still dealing with their duality, dealing with, you know, that in-between stage. And there's no judgment on where anyone is at, right? We all energetically evolve at our own rate and our own pace. It's all a part of a plan. So just trusting that, okay, if I am now in this oneness mode, that's great. You know, or if I'm still dealing with duality and I don't necessarily feel oneness, that's okay too, but that there's work to be done and you can do it. I'm going to go ahead and get some more details for all of us as a collective with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. This is a new deck for me. I absolutely adore it. Very awesome energy, and just it's definitely light filled, so I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's look. Okay, thank you, ancestors, spirit, angel guides, for bringing us all together and connecting us in this moment in time. What does the collective need to know about self-worth in our sacral, our creative energy, our emotions? What do we need to know about that? Thank you so much. Let me do one more shuffle. This is a pretty healthy deck. My little hands can barely hold it. Okay. Self-worth. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Self-worth and the Ace of Cups. Absolutely awesome. This is root chakra energy, right? That red color. really of finding, like I said, the love in your immediate surroundings, kind of tying into that previous reading I had about acceptance in the root chakra, accepting the fact that you are a being and an energy worthy and capable of love. And that anything that does not resonate with the tone of love, you have the control to transmute into love, right? Whether that be through a change in mindset, a change in emotion, a change in perspective. It's all possible to have a new beginning. This Ace of Cups, from the divine, you see how it's kind of like coming down and she's like almost reaching for it. It's like looking up to our higher selves and understanding that we are supreme beings, right? We are images of God, of the universe, of source itself, and that anything that isn't in alignment, we have the power and the control to change and transmute and switch that up, to find that self-love, right? To emit love from ourselves for others. That's beautiful. Ace of Cups. It's like, and even the more you sit on this throne, right, the more we create thrones in our own environment, right? Like, okay, yeah, I might be in the middle of a really chaotic situation, but I can be the eye of the storm, right? There's always room and there's always an opportunity for us to be the eye of the storm, the calm center. And I'm not saying that you have to, ho-hum and om your way through difficult situations, although it could be beneficial, or that you have to self-sacrifice in order to be the peace. No, but it's understanding that you can be a solid thermostat, right? No matter what the temperature is, you are the thermostat. You decide how it affects you, how it penetrates you, right? And that's a self-worth thing, right? So not allowing anyone to penetrate your bubble of happiness and make you feel less than you are, right? Make you feel like you don't deserve this new beginning in love, or this new sense of self-love, or to feel this way about yourself, because that's very, very common. Very, very common. It's very common for when people start really stepping into their self-worth and their energy, for others to try to keep them down or try to make them feel like they don't deserve it, or they're not worth it, or somehow it isn't aligned, or it's not a match, or, try to plant those seeds of doubt. But you got to be able to be aware of that, right? Awareness that this is an Ace of Cups, right? This is the ultimate cup of love, which is love for self, love for others, love of source, being a source of love. It's all in one. So that's what's changing. It's like the more we ground ourselves in that Ace of Cups energy, the more self-worth we build for ourselves, okay? I love that. Ooh, yeah. Look, and then you got the Princess of Cups energy. Yeah, Page, heart chakra. This definitely talks about being receptive. So some of us in the collective are learning that lesson of being open, of learning. Many of us may have the idea of the perfect love, right? And we may envision ourselves giving that love, being in that love, but then how do we plan to receive it from others? How can we learn how to recognize that we are worthy of love, right? How do we understand and keep our hearts open to the opportunities for love? Like, that's absolutely beautiful. So this is a lot of emotional energy centered around self-worth, reframing what that actually means, right? What does it mean to hold your own cup of love, to embrace your own cup of love, to understand how you love and how you desire to be loved, and not letting anything or any situation dictate to, how much love you deserve, or what type of love from who. It's like that all has to come secondary to what you truly know in your heart. And then we have the sun energy, which is absolutely beautiful, right? This is third eye energy, illumination, the best card in the deck, right? This means this positively aspects everything around it. So it's all coming from a very, very bright and loving and warm place. Being able to step into that sun energy, create that sun energy wherever you are, right? No matter if it's dark, cold, and dreary, you can be the sun, right? And I think that that's that Ace of Cups energy. It's understanding that you bring the sun wherever you go, because you are a sun, you are the star, right? You are the moon, you are the grass, you are the animals, you're the fire, you're the wind, you're the water. You can see yourself. It's like There it is. You can see yourself in everything around you, then you know you're getting very close and you're in that source energy, that love energy, okay? But sometimes too, you got to understand that we want to be the Princess of Cups, right? We want to offer ourselves the opportunity to experience love from others, right? Because a lot of us, especially if you identify as an empath, or an indigo, or, you know, a crystal, or a starseed, you know, your capacity for love and your capacity to give love is so great. And then sometimes it can be very difficult because we're so used to people needing our love, needing our attention, wanting or desiring it or taking it from us, right? That we forget to protect ourselves, one, but then be open to the right love, right? Because I just keep getting that might be tied into self-worth, that like, oh, I'm not worthy of the love that I give, like that type of mind framing. And it's like, no, Ace of Cups, Princess of Cups, you absolutely are worthy of the love that you so freely give, right? You so freely give to others from your heart, and it's genuine. Princess is like the page suit. Page energy for me is very innocent. It's very childlike, so it comes from a place of purity. The sun for me also represents purity. So this is understanding that what you give, how you live, how your energy surges out to others is from a pure place, okay? And now realizing and understanding that you are also worthy of manifesting that love into your life. So don't feel as though, oh, I'm only here to give love, I'm not here to receive it. It's like, no, just as much as the universe wants to give to you, right? We have to be open to that. Just as much as we want the universe to give to us, we also have to be open to it. We could want it and say we want it, but are we really open to it? Is our heart truly open to that experience, no matter how it comes? Yeah. Let's see, anything else for self-worth for the collective under this full moon energy? Nine of Swords, yeah, sacral chakra, yeah, exactly. It's that anxiety and that worry about, am I worthy of receiving the Ace of Cups, right? Am I worthy of this divine love that, you know, I try to embody or I try to give, or, you know, am I worthy of it? It's just this worth issue and feeling very anxious and in the mind about it. This also could be a reflection of, right, like as we ascend through this journey and as we truly see ourselves as the supreme beings that we are, right, being very worried about offering that love or offering your heart space to someone else or to others, right? Maybe in fear of it not working out the way you want it, right? Or not being, it's this sense of, I'm open and I have it, but is it going to be respected, right? And that only pertains to how we view it. Yeah, it's if you choose someone that doesn't respect you, then you can't expect respect, like that type of thing, right? Or if you're in a career that doesn't really fit what you want, then you can't expect to find peace around it, or be that type of thing. Like you can't expect to find worth out of it. And really, we find worth within ourselves, not externally. So yeah, this Nine of Swords is just maybe even just being worried that what you have, maybe being worried that what you have to offer might not be enough, right? Or that you aren't enough, and it's like, no, we gotta let that go. Yeah, letting that go. Ten of Swords, that mentality is dead. So that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Allowing all of those parts of us that hold us into that lack of self-worth to die off. This is solar plexus energy, okay? Right on top of the sun. Very, very beautiful. All right, so yeah, that it's like there's layers of the collective, layers of thought, layers in the mind set about love, about what type of love we deserve, the type of love that we give that is changing and transforming. And I think this is a sign that's saying that we're not going to fall backwards, right? Because we went from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords, so we progressed. We're not going to fall backwards to the 9 and then down to the 8. This is it. So it's like that layer has officially been cut off the collective, that veil, that weight. Because 10 is definitely a completion, but it's a heavy sense. It's a fullness, right? just like the full moon. It's like this full moon is coming in and really solidifying the end of that mind frame of I'm not worthy of a crown, or I'm not worthy to sit on a throne of my own making, right? That I have to hold myself back, or, you know, be in line with anything else that doesn't really align with me, but just because that's what people say, or, you know, that type of thing. Like, you can create your worth yourself. It is self-worth, right? It's not others' worth. It's your self-worth. So really making sure that we're digging deep into our root to find that self-love, right? And in our heart to be open and innocent when it comes to love, and not be too jaded, right? But allowing that to illuminate and grasping that as brightly and as deeply and as intensely as we love, we do deserve that love back. And it will come to us, right? And it'll come from the right people, so long as you keep aligned with what feels good and what doesn't, and not being too afraid to say, this goes against my self-worth, right? Or, you know, this doesn't align with my self-worth. This isn't what I've created my worth to be. And also taking that review on, okay, well, what do I define my worth as? Yeah. Oh, look at that. The Emperor came right out. Yeah, it's like just as I said, sitting on that throne. So that's what we're walking into as a collective, allowing our masculine energy, right, to feel worthy, to feel loved, to that all the effort we've made to be here at this point, all the choices that you made are leading you to a new sense of power within yourself. That's exactly what I feel. A new sense of power, a new sense of strength, a new sense of embodiment of that supreme universe energy. Yeah, I love that. So anything for perception for the collective? Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, 5 of Cups. Yeah, changing your perception around disappointment in love. A lot of cup energy. It's interesting. Moons are emotional. Yeah, so that's what might be coming up. You might be experiencing or realizing that you've been in this disappointment energy, right? Feeling as though, and this is throat chakra, right? That God-centered, like maybe you find yourself in a cycle of griping, or, you know, not being happy with your situation or your surroundings, and needing to find that perception in your heart to look at heartbreak, look at disappointment differently. Yes, disappointment comes. You can't control what other people do, right? You can't control outcomes or situations, but you can control how you react. You can control how you look at it. You can control how you allow it to resonate with you, right? So perception, very beautiful. Anything else for perception for the collective? Okay, this will be connected to the Emperor. Queen of Swords. Yeah, clarity. That's beautiful. That is third eye chakra. Okay, 6th chakra. Seeing things clearly, right? Cutting away that disappointing energy, right? Standing in the truth of, you know, I'm not going to allow any disappointment hold me back or make me sour towards anyone in my heart or anything, right? That I'm still in this land of love, in this land of light, in this land of peace, regardless if, yeah, we dip in and out, right? You can get mad. It's not about holding anger in or not showing it. No, but just experiencing it, but with a sense of clarity about why, right? Always kind of going back to the why. Well, what is this teaching me? Why am I going through this, right? It's all in your perception about what it is, right? Are you really missing out on something? Or are you really, you know, it's that attachment, looking at your attachments and cutting it away, right? Using your perception in your heart to reframe your experiences so that they best serve you. Yeah. Oh, another Pika. Oh, yeah. Devil energy. This came out in the last reading too. So perceptions around your shadows, just understanding. Now, what I was saying in that previous reading, which I found really awesome, was like a lot of people get a little, you know, shaken up by devil energy or darkness or shadow. And it's like, yes, it is uncomfortable, right? Yes, it's not pleasant, but you don't serve your shadow side. You don't serve this devil energy. The devil energy serves you, right? So if the devil represents adversity, right? attachments, that serves you. Any adversity you go through is ultimately to serve you, to serve your growth, to serve your expansion, right? And the more you look at it that way, that, okay, shadows are showing up, but how can I allow this shadow to help me shine my light brighter? As opposed to, oh, the shadow's here, now I'm going to be controlled, now I'm all stuck, and now, you're giving way too much to power to the shadow. Like, you overpower the shadow. Why? Because you are the sun. You are the sun. Darkness can't stand within the light, right? So any darkness that's coming up, any disappointment, right, that the darkness may be wanting you to attach to or keep your mind stuck on a sense of lack, right? 5 of Cups is also like a lack energy. It's understanding that, yeah, you're not slave to the devil. You're not slave to your shadow. You are the master of your shadow. Do you understand? Master of your shadow. You tell your shadow what it is. It don't tell you what you are. And so that's the perception change, right? So any shadow energy that you feel may be haunting you, it's like you have the power to overcome that, to speak light to it so that it knows who is the Queen of Swords, right? Who's the queen around here? Who's the king? Who's the emperor? Who's in control? It is you, not the shadow, not the devil, not the energy, not the darkness. And any darkness, it's just a part of you. It's just a shadowy aspect of yourself. So you have to be strong enough to look at that and say, okay, this is a part of me, but I'm going to shine light on it, right? I'm going to cut it down to what it really is. It's not going to cut me down and tell me who I am. A lot of times we allow our shadows to speak for us, and that really is where things get confusing, and darkness and depression and all of that kind of comes in, anxiety, right? And I'm saying this because I literally experience, this is a fight that I go through. So it's not coming from a high and mighty place. It's literally coming from, I've been there and I'm doing it, right? And I want all of us to be able to master our shadow in that way, right? And not be slave to it. Because that's exactly what the devil would want you to think, that it has the power. But it does not. And it never will. Okay? Yeah, clarity. 6 of Swords. Love that. Queen of Swords, bringing in a clear perspective, moving forward with balance in your mind about what exactly shadow energy is, what exactly the devil shows up for, right? Devil shows up when you're right about to get to somewhere, right? So the next step up would be a 6 of Cups energy. Yeah, where you're balanced, where you're back to your innocent self. You're back to that give and take, that ability to be innocent in love. You're back in your soul signature. And so, of course, the devil would want to come up right when you're at this distrustful, this disappointed, this kind of down and low vibrational energy. But no, we use our perception, we use our heart energy, our understanding of abundance, and shift it and say, okay, I might be in this 5 of Cups now. That's fine. But it's not going to define my life. I'm not going to stay there forever, right? I'm going to cut away, find my truth, find my light, and move forward. In my mind, it's a mindset change, the shift in mindset around why you've gone through disappointment, why you've gone through heartbreak, why things and cups and people and emotions and, situations had to spill out of your life. Maybe highlighting really attachments, right? Things that you've been attached to. So what's the overall for perception? Thank you so much, ancestors, beautiful spirits, for this full moon energy. What's the overall? Overall for perception. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. The 3 of Wands, waiting for ships to come in. Yeah. So some of us in the collective might have been waiting for people to come, waiting for an opportunity, a career, some finances to come in, waiting on a new lifestyle, waiting on a change. And this is all having to do with the Lovers, some sort of union. Yeah. And it's like, this, again, could be a union within yourself, right? Your own masculine and feminine energy being balanced, right? But also this could be connections and relationships and careers, right? Love energy is a very broad spectrum. It's not always romantic, okay? But this is like, yeah, it's like almost cutting away this perception on what you've been waiting for. It's like the more you... engage in that lack, in that, oh, it'll never be, or oh, I'm afraid of this, or oh, I'm afraid if this person does that, or oh, I'm afraid this job won't work, then it's like the more you're going to be waiting, right? The more you're just going to be waiting. You're not going to be moving forward to that home vibration. And this is the Four of Wands. You're just going to be waiting for that to come through, almost like at a standstill. But now it's like conquering this, changing your perception, being the Queen of Swords a little bit, cutting your own BS out, right? Getting to a clear spot in your mind then brings you more in alignment with yourself, and then more alignment with those that are there and meant and on this planet to love you, to help you, to assist you, right? Crown energy. It's very beautiful. So now you're able to perceive a love that actually works. So that Five of Cups that could have been like past relationships, past connections, friends that, you know, might have hurt you, betrayed you, didn't work out, or really used you, you know, to no avail. And you're just like, oh, I'm just kind of like cursed with this and all that, which you are not, right? We don't speak that, but that's kind of the energy. But you change your perception on your heart. Like, no, it just was teaching me exactly what I don't want. And now I'm going to wait for what I really want. And what you really want is that divine connection, that love energy, right? Those pairs, those people, those tribe members, soul tribe, soul family that really align with you. And that's the perception of it. Now you see it for what it really is. Just lessons, yeah? All right, let's look into expansion. I'm at 41. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit. Anything for expansion for this full moon energy? Okay. Thank you. Two of Cups. Yep. Union. Very beautiful. And Eight of Wands. So, sacral chakra. Okay. Union, creative passion, passionate, you know, connections. Expanding that. So, if this is a relationship that you're kind of feeling all these feelings and changing your sense of self-worth around and perception around, there's a deeper union coming in. But that's communication, Eight of Wands. It's also communication and movement forward, moving towards a deeper sense of union and expansion in your ability to love and your ability to understand love too. This is all very like in the mind, I feel. Anything else for expansion for the collective? Beautiful. Yep, Four of Cups. Okay. Dreaming of a union. Oh yeah, being open. That's beautiful. I love that. Now you're open to connecting. The Two of Cups is a connection. You're open from your heart to connect with love that's meant for you. A love, you know, friends and the family that you've always dreamed of having or creating or being a part of. You know, the friend group that you've always wanted. The opportunity, the career you've always wanted. It's that you've dreamed of from your heart. That's pure, right? And then you have another Two of Wands, sacral energy again. So the Eight of Wands is moving you forward to manifest a new beginning, a new path. Very, very beautiful. Very, very awesome. And that's your expansion. Changing your perception is now expanding your ability to create. Wow, I love that. For a whole new beginning, the Ace of Coins. Ace of Pentacles energy. Yes, that's beautiful, collective. So the more you allow yourself to expand in how you articulate your new perceptions, right? So maybe this could be speaking, like just being very cognizant of the words that you use, right? Speaking love and speaking light into yourself and saying, I do deserve the love that I desire. I do deserve to be loved from head to toe, inside and out. I do deserve someone who sees me as worthy, right? Sees me as I see myself. And that's a big one. Because if you're meeting people who don't see who you are, right, then there may be something you're not seeing about yourself. And that's no shade. I battle with that myself. Like, I'm in that boat with y'all, but it's real. It's being really connected with, okay, I'm comfortable and happy with who I am, which is going to make and allow those who are also comfortable with who you are to feel that space and feel that energy shift and come into you. If they are meant to be, okay? If they are meant to be there. But that's what you're expanding. You're expanding your horizons. This is a whole new world, right? This new perception it's a whole new world on what love and life could really be for you. All right, let's look in for this despondence. That's wonderful. I love that. Despondence for the collect. Okay, this might be connected to this Emperor energy. Yeah, a little bit of confusion in the crown, Seven of Cups. So this growth within you could be confusing those around you. It could make you look confused, right, about, or look like you're going through some sort of illusionary energy. But I don't really feel like that's like reality, right? I don't feel like that's like really what's going down. It just, your growth might just confuse people is kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, it's like, yeah, it's like almost, okay, I'm also getting that there could be misjudgment, yeah, misconception. So as you go through this new self-worth and these new perceptions from your heart and expanding in this new beginning and really figuring out what love unions you want in your life, right? What tribe, what connections you want to bring. It's going to look confusing. It may be very different and a very stark contrast to the energy that you were in, or the situations or the environment that you were in prior. And people may look at you a little like, oh, you know, she's playing games, kind of like a fiery type of mischievous energy, but it's just their perception, right? This is just third eye. Really what it is you're clear on your passions. Now you really are following your passions, and you know that you have the power to create from your passionate energy, right? You are self-worth. This is that same, you see this right here? This is that same chair that she's sitting in, that self-worth. So stand in that Queen of Wands energy. Be fiery, be passionate, be connected with that energy of, that energy of abundance, that energy of power. The Queen of Wands is a very powerful energy. It's a very seductive energy as well. Calling that energy in, calling in what you want, really, and understanding it from a place of high value and high self-worth. That's very, very beautiful. It's very warm as well. So don't allow anyone to confuse you or make you feel like you don't deserve to be in that Queen of Wands, right? Because you do. Obviously, you've earned it all through here. Anything else for despondence? Love that. Yeah, like I said, don't let anyone try to confuse you. Five of Swords energy. This is outside, external, mental interruptions, mental interference, energetic interference, right? So people are going to try to make it seem like, oh, now you're, confused on who you are. That kind of like, oh, who does she think she is? Or who does he think he is? All that type of like, let the birds chirp, okay? Like, don't even, that's none of their concern, and it's none of your concern why they're so concerned. Be the Queen of Wands, right? Step back into that powery, that very it's very strong feminine prowess, right? In one of my favorite decks, the Sun and Moon Tarot, it shows that cheetah next to the Queen of Wands. It's that very, very deep, connected to your ancestral feminine power, right? Again, and if you're a male watching this, you have that same feminine power within you as well. So, but don't let nobody come in and try to talk you out of your throne. Woo! Don't let nobody come in and try to talk you out of your throne. Why? Because you have abundance coming in, reciprocity. Everything that you give and have given in the past is coming back to you. Six of Cups. There's a balance happening. It's 2020. So you don't even have to speak. Like I said, you don't even have to acknowledge that. You don't got to speak on what's coming to you. Let the action of it happening. Let the manifestation speak for themselves. Because why? The wheel is turning in your favor. The universe is helping you and moving energy and working for you to shift things for the better, right? This is that karmic energy. I love that. Oh, heart chakra energy as well. Six of Coins being third eye energy, yeah? Why? Because you're the star, like I said earlier. You are the star that you are. You're honing in your own power. You're able to now observe all the emotional energy that you've gone through and not be so attached to it, but allow it to flow out of you and flow into you and flow out of you with ease. It's mastery. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. All right, we're going to just get a quick little check-in with the Guardian Angel Oracle deck. I do love this deck just to get some overall energies and understandings. Wow. Right away. Growth, heart chakra energy, and peace. Oh, I love that. This came out in the previous reading too. And peace. Peace around the growth that you're experiencing. That's what this whole full moon energy, and for the next 6 months, this is how this is going to start coming out for the collective. More peace about who you are, where you are, what you're capable of, and more growth in your heart, and for love, right? More growth in that area of being open and being energetically aligned with the abundance that the universe operates out of, right? Which is love frequency. Anything else, guardian angels? Look at that. New beginning. Ace of Cups. Ace of Coins. New beginning in your 3D reality. New beginning in your emotional reality. Love it. Absolutely love it. Anything else, guardian angels, for this spread, for the full moon? Yeah, anything else? Archangel Raphael is here for healing. I love Archangel Raphael. He's been coming out a lot for me and helping me out a lot as well. And joy, like I said, finding joy. Finding the joy, finding your throne wherever you are, no matter your situation, no matter your outcome. You have the power to create a throne for yourself. Create what you want to feel, right? If you want to feel like you're the queen of the world, be the queen of the world. Feel it. Don't let nobody take that from you. And it's hard. It's definitely hard, but joy is here. Archangel Raphael is working with all of us as a collective right now to really heal our hearts, bring in peace, allow us to be open for the growth of new beginnings, for the opportunity, right? You see how she has her hand on the moon here, and then that energy is going down into the earth. It's that being the conduits for the universe to expand and the earth to expand, the earth to grow more peaceful. We play a very vital role in that. And how we do that is finding joy, finding happiness, finding peace, and working with Archangel Raphael to lay those laws of love, lay those laws of healing, those principles into us, and then let that beautiful, beautiful green energy. I love Archangel Raphael's energy. I love it, love it, love it. It has healed me so many times. And I pray that you guys can connect deeper with Archangel Raphael so you can truly heal and feel that healing within yourselves, okay? All right, so this full moon in Cancer eclipse is looking very beautiful for the next 6 months, y'all. I hope you found this reading insightful and just overall comforting and giving you some sort of confirmations about what's up next for you or what you're already going through, okay? Let me know what resonated with you in the comment section below. I am open for personal readings. I can do a chakra spread. It's more just based on time that you're paying for. We can kind of do anything you really want, any questions you have, or just things you want me to look into, okay? So let me know, email me. All that's in the description box below, and I will see you next moon, okay? Namaste.